Shabbat Shalom, Israel. I want to give a call out Yahweh by Shema Mashiach, Womalak Yahushua. That's giving honor and glory to Yahweh, being the name of the dear Heavenly Father, and Yahushua being his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I'm Soldier Donovan. I got Soldier Roger Talk with me. Got a couple brothers and sisters in the building, man. Just say Shalom. Got just wait a little second, let brothers and sisters kind of get in the chat, man. I know we all been trying to get back at this in that spirit, man. The classroom, getting back to it, putting the hand to the plow. Cause these feast days, man, they'll have you just feasting it up, man. Title of the class is "The World is Speeding Up, but Are You Slowing Down?" The world is speeding up, but are you slowing down? And I kind of want to touch on a couple of topics, man. It's just the things is ramping up on a major and global scale, politically, geographically, and all these things are ramping up. We see multiple hurricanes occurring. Guess what? Tornadoes in Florida. Guess what? Earthquakes in Texas that's more than the magnitude that they've usually been. We have all these things happening on a, we can say on a weather aspect. I couldn't think of the bigger word and terminology for it at that time. But even on a political stance, we know that the election is coming sooner and sooner. Having the first woman as a president, or even having Donald Trump back in there in office, man. It's a lot of things that's ramping up in the world. Guess what? Over there in Israel, got Gaza. I mean, you got the Israelis finally struck back over there to Iran. They done shot 180 missiles this past year. Biden is fully backing Israel, saying that there will be severe consequences. These are the things that's kind of going on and transpiring in the world. But with all these things going on, what are you doing? Are you reading? Are you praying? Are you fasting? Are you studying? Or do you got your hand up your ass, man? It's kind of what this class is going into, man. The world is speeding up, but are you slowing down? Let's go ahead and get into it, Doc, man. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Brother Lamar, man. How you doing, Doc? Let's go to 1 Thessalonians real quick. Y'all let us know if y'all can hear me, man. Y'all give me a 1 in the chat. I know we got the fans going. AC was tripping a little bit today, man, but we ain't gonna let it stop. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me, and then y'all let me know if y'all can hear Roz once she start reading, man. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 19.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 19.
Bring it up.
Quench not the spirit.
Read that again.
Quench not the spirit.
So guess what? Coming into these last days, we can't quench the spirit. We can't, guess what, satisfy that need. You should always have that burning desire to do the will of the Most High God, man. Guess what? If it's works that need to be done, guess what? You want to make sure you do the work. When it's sin that need to be put away, you need to make sure you put away sin. When it's time to build up your spirit, it's time to build up your damn spirit. Don't quench it, man. You kind of how you get a Gatorade, you know, the Gatorade commercial go on, you drink it, you kind of quench your thirst. Guess what? You shouldn't let that do it. Because guess what? If you get enough of the truth, guess what? You'll fall out of it. You feel like you don't reach your ceiling. You reach your max. Nobody can teach me. Nobody can do anything better than me. I have the truth, the whole truth. And that's far from it. Guess what? Christ didn't even quench his spirit. He constantly kept going to the Most High God, trying to get more information. Constantly kept praying, meditating on the scriptures, man. Guess what? If he had to do it, what makes you think we don't have to? These are the things that the Lord tell us not to do, is quench not the spirit, right? Read.
Despise not prophesying.
Right? They said despise not prophesying, man. Don't despise not doing the work no more, man. Don't just kind of put your hands behind your back and like, well, I ain't got to do the work no more. A lot of brothers doing the work right now. I see a lot of sisters magnifying the ministry. Guess what? Doing their holy works for the Lord. What do I got to do it for? Don't despise these things, man. Read.
Prove all things.
Read that again, huh?
Prove all things.
Guess what? We got to prove all things, man. The Lord is proving himself right now in this day, bringing on judgment day sooner and faster, man. Guess what? Bringing these plagues upon the earth faster and faster. Proving people in the fire faster and faster. Taking people out the damn truth faster and faster. All these things are speeding up on a rampant rate, but what are you doing right now? You see what the Lord is doing. He's proving himself. He said he's going to do it, and he's making a good standing on what he said, man. He said, hey, I tell you the end from the beginning. Well, I tell you the beginning. I tell you the end from the beginning, man. Guess what? It's a lot of prophets that knew the beginning, middle, and the end of the times. And he got to make good on those things that he told them. So while the Lord is doing that, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? It says, prove all things, right? Read.
Hold fast that which is good.
Guess what? At this time, we got to hold fast, which is good. Being a whore is not good. Being a damn harlot is not good. Being worried about the cares of this world is not good. If your mind is so far stuck up something else other than the Most High God, man, you need to get your head out your ass, man. When I tell you, man, it's gonna be a good class, man. All praise to the Most High if you lead the class, man, because a lot of times we gotta get tired of just being in sin. Tired of just dwelling and meditating on that old man or old woman. Sometimes you just gotta grow up. Guess what? Gird up your damn skirt, gird up your damn loins, and do the work, man. No more woe is me. Oh, I hope I can find this before it's too late. You don't need it. The Lord said certain things in order so that brother and sister can have the things in order. So when this place goes to hell, that we have somewhere to dwell in Jacob's trouble time, man. But everybody else worried about something else. Everybody worrying about where they can get their next car. Where can I find another wife? Where can I find another husband? This ain't the time for that right now, man. Guess what? If that's what your mind is fully set on, guess what? You tripping. That's plain as day. The Lord said, hey, you should be getting ready for the times to come. Guess what? We know that we need these things for hedges and protections, but that's why you have congregations. That's why you have camps. That's why you have leadership. That's why you have brothers and sisters in this truth. This is the point of having these things, man. Because when you lose sight of these things, that's when you lose yourself out of this truth. Let's get this next precept, man. Let's go to Isaiah. Matter of fact, read that last verse. Read 22.
Verse 22. Abstain from all appearance of evil.
And that's plain, man. This is abstain from all appearances of evil. If you know it's something wicked that you're doing, abstain from it. If it's something you've been doing wicked, abstain from it. Get away from it. Don't just kind of sit and meditate on it and dwell on it. Well, maybe this might happen if I keep doing this. No, the Lord will just kill you. How about that? The Lord will just take that spirit from you. A lot of people don't care about falling out the truth. Why? Because, oh, I just don't get to eat on Saturday. Oh, I just don't go to the little feast days. That's fine. I really don't care. I like being at the house. Good. I probably ain't got to read my Bible no more. I ain't got to study. I ain't got to do all this stuff. People are happy about doing that. People are content with losing the faith. People are content with losing their spirit. But guess what? As this world is speeding up and you slowing down, man, best believe the Lord will pull your ass out. And you'll see how fast this world is going. Because you ain't even going to know the damn signs when it happens. He said it's lagging a little bit, man. Hold on. Shalaki. Hold on. I just try to fix it, man. Y'all let me know if it got a little better. Yeah, let me know. But let's go to Isaiah chapter 62 and verse 6. A couple of opening precepts before we kind of get into the meat of things, man. Shabbat Shalom to all the brothers and sisters that tuned in. Abraham, Sister Deborah, Daoud, and Michael Marshall, man. Shalom to all you brothers and sisters. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 62, and verse 6.
Bring it out.
I have set watchmen upon thy walls,
Read.
O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night.
So guess what? We never going to hold our peace. When it's time to do the work, we're never going to stop doing the work, day nor night. Guess what? That's what the Lord set these watchmen on for, man. Guess what? All praise to the Most High for the brothers of WF5. But guess what? They are watchmen for Israel just like us. Guess what? Battle Axes of the Most High, watchman for Israel. Guess what? IUIC is a watchman for Israel. Guess what? Sakari, Genesis, all these camps, all these different camps, whether it be doctrine or not, we are all still watching for Israel, man. We're watching for our people. We are watching for these times, working for the signs and the wonders so that we can come back to our people, man. It says, I have said, watchmen upon our walls, which shall never hold their peace. When it's time to give out correction, we're not going to hold our peace, man. If you're a brother and sister that's going to hell off, we got to tell you these things. We're getting too close to the end and sugarcoat nothing with a lot of brothers and sisters, man. Read,
Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence.
So guess what? We can't say Yahweh this, Bahashem Yahweh Shah that, and guess what? Not make mention of the Lord, and you supposed not to keep silence. You can't sit up here and try to throw up prayers and fasting to the Lord, and you silent about the times and the things that's going on, man. You're a damn hypocrite. You telling, hey, keep thy foot. Bring it out, all right? Isaiah 58:1, read that. But you not Isaiah 58:1, man. You not crying aloud, and you sparing mama, you sparing daddy, you sparing your daughter, your brother, your sons. You sparing all these people. Why? Because it appeals to you. It feels good. Oh, well, it's just my wife. She might get it. No. She going to hell out. She going to hell out. She got a mouthpiece on her. She need to be quiet. The Lord says these things, but sometimes we pull back the layers and just think the Lord is just some nice dude. Guess what? The Lord has grace, but the Lord also has laws, statutes, commandments that we got to keep. The Lord ain't slack when it comes to certain these things. When the Lord became slack with the laws, that's how we fell into sin. We want to get out of sin. We got to pull back some of that slackness, man. We know, hey, one more major things of slack is the sacrificial law. Guess what? That's what the Lord gave us grace from. He didn't make it slack to where a woman can kind of dress like a harlot and say, oh, she a 1 Timothy 2:9 sister. The Lord didn't kind of just say, oh, I wear the fringes on my heart. Okay, that's Numbers 15 and 38, brother. The Lord didn't make it that slack. Guess what? The Lord didn't say, hey, you can just sit up there and be a whoremonger up and down the street. The Lord is not that slack. He has slack in certain aspects, but not in those things, man. The Lord ain't slack concerning giving judgment back to the heathen. So what the hell you think he don't do with you? Go ahead.
That's a calm, because hey, if that was the case, if you wanted to do it that way, you could have just stayed in Christianity, man.
Man, that's the point.
Because that's exactly what they be doing in there, man. Like, you know, they try to say, well, the Lord knows my heart. Hey, my pastor said this, that, and the third. Hey, well, he'll forgive me. I'll repent later. I'm like, all these different type of things. So you could have just stayed in Christianity from that, man. But we got to separate the clean things from the unclean things, man. And they always leave it like that, because you don't see the Most High God down here, hey, doing all different types of dirts, man.
That's
you
right.
see Yahweh doing it. Even with the prophets, some of them went out, but hey, I best believe they got themselves in order, man.
That's right.
That's it.
Man, and that's the point, man. You think the Lord won't slack on none of these folks. What makes you think we need to be slack on each other? Nehemiah literally went to go lay hands on people that did these things, man. We ain't doing that no more. So guess what? That's a slackness we giving them. Guess what? Hey, you not keeping the laws to the best of your abilities. Hey, he was knocking heads off, pulling dreads, doing whatever he need to. Whatever the case is. Now we just be like, brother, sister, can you just... No, sister, don't do that. No, brother, don't do that. Brother, sister, husband, wife, quit being soft, man. You men, stop being soft in the truth. And it starts with us as men. You kind of let your wife, or you let your brother, you let your sister, anybody you see around kind of just get away with a lot of slick things. Oh, it's okay, that's cute. No, it's not cute, man. You let your children go away with these things. That's why the Lord said in Sirach chapter 30, don't cocker with your children. Don't play no games with them, because it ain't time to play. But a lot of times we get beside ourselves thinking that our Lord is just some nice... We think our Lord Sibo sometimes, man. We might not say it, but that's what we be thinking. Like the Lord didn't kill folks for real. Just because you ain't getting killed because of your wickedness and your wicked ass, you think, oh, you good, you safe, you can keep doing what you're doing. Then the Lord below your candlelight, then what? You looking on the outside looking in.
Try to treat the Lord like a damn substitute teacher.
Come on, man. Hey. You can't do whatever the hell you want to do, man, with the Lord. But watch this. That's why I said, you that make mention of the Lord, you can't keep silence. Guess what? We tired of keeping silence. If we want to do that, we'll stay in Christianity, get a shuck in a job, try to be deep and spiritual, or try to tell you not your wrongdoings, man. But go ahead, verse 7.
Verse 7. And give him no rest till he establish.
Read.
Until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
And we obviously know that ain't happened yet. So until then, we got to keep this work. Keep pushing this truth. We cannot slow down. This world is speeding up. That means we need to speed up, man. It's no ifs, ands, buts about it. You want to sit there and be a damn nigga woman, or just be, we're just going to say, what? A damn sinner. Because it ain't just niggas and nigga women. We got a lot of people that go off in this truth, whether they be Northern or Southern Kingdom. So if you want to sit there and be a sinner your whole life, guess what? Go do it. But go do it without your camp. Go perish somewhere else, man. Go lead the dead, go bury the dead somewhere else. Because the thing is, you want to sit up there and tear other brothers and sisters down and pull them away from the ministry. All you doing is adding to the prophecy that, hey, some may fall by the wayside. You are that Mark 4 and 15 brother or sister. Guess what? All praise to the Most High, that the Lord is still using you for his will. But guess what? If you feel that spirit on you and you're not trying to fix it, hey, shame on you, man. Shame on you, man. It's a damn shame, man. But let's go to Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 17. Because it's a flip side to that. You have prophets that's supposed to go out and do the work and do the will of the Father, and then you're going to have these prophets too. You're going to have these people in these last days, man.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse 17.
Bring it up.
Also, I said watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken.
Guess what? It's a lot of times a brother and sister might give great and righteous counsel, and they're not listening. You tell them, hey, you don't need to be doing that. Oh, okay, I got you. And go back and do it again. Hey, you shouldn't be talking to your husband like that. You go back and you go do it again. Hey, you need to be dealing with your brother in righteousness, but you go do it again. Go dealing with wickedness, man. It's a lot of times we blow up the trumpet. We blow up that warning. And brothers and sisters don't take it. And then while you wonder why you damn bugged out, you wonder what the problem is. It's you. You don't take counsel. You don't take correction. The Lord is all about counsel and correction. You going opposite, contrary to the doctrine of what you came into. These are the things that, guess what? A lot of us won't do in these last days. That's why the Lord has a 2/3 and he got a 1/3. You got to find these things out, man.
Yeah, because even when you flip over to Jeremiah chapter 8 and verse 3, we know that death is going to be chosen rather than life.
Come on, man.
But that's it.
that's 100% true. But read on, now.
Verse 18, therefore, hear ye nations, and know, O congregation, what is among them.
Right, read.
Hear, O earth, behold, I will bring evil upon this people.
And he's talking about Israel, man. He's going to bring evil upon this people. Read.
Even the fruit of their thoughts.
So guess what? Everything that you think of, instead of fruits of the spirit, now you got fruits of wickedness, man. All you thinking about is, what's the next brother you can lay up with? What's the next sister you can go creep up on? Guess what? What's the next commandment I can go break? What's another thing I can go to go stir up strife and debate? This is all in going through your mind. Read.
Because they have not hearkened unto my words.
Read.
Nor to my law.
But what,
but rejected.
And that's all what it comes down to, rejecting the law of the Most High God, man. If you try to make his law slack, that means you're rejecting it. It's like saying, oh, go wash the dishes. Okay, I will, but I won't wash the spoons. No, that's rejecting the whole thing. He didn't say wash some of the dishes. He said wash all of them. But when we get besides ourselves, thinking that we bigger than well, I would say bigger than yourself, you get to smelling your drawers, smelling your little panties, then you get beside yourself, man. Guess what? This is going for grown men, grown women. Guess what? Some people may be in Pampers. Depending on how old you are. Whatever the case is, when you start smelling yourself, you feel like you're better than the Most High God in this counsel, you always gonna fall through your demise, man. The Lord is not, man, I'm talking about the Lord is not to be played with like that, man. You got some?
You gotta get that 20, man.
Get it. You know, I wanted to stop, but keep going.
Hey, because even with that verse 20, it says, to what purpose cometh there to me incense from Sheba?
Right.
And the sweet cane from a far country.
Read.
Your burnt offerings are not acceptable.
That's right.
Nor your sacrifices sweet unto me.
That's right.
So even when it comes down to that, like, even like how we just had the Day of Atonement, pass by. Hey, if you was doing that thing and you still had that hatred on your heart, hey, man, you did it all for naught, man. It was vain.
That's
because
right.
Hey, he said, hey, this is a day that I have made for you to, go ahead and fast, man. But hey, if you ain't finna do it the righteous way, then don't do it at all, man.
That's right, man.
Even when it comes down to being in the truth, if you ain't finna go, hey, put 110% in the truth, man, don't do it at all, man.
That's right.
What's the wise saying? Hey, go hard to go home. Hey,
Yeah.
We gotta go hard for the Most High God. We know sometimes we may get faint because we are in this flesh, but at the same time, we can't give ourselves these different type of excuses, man. Talking about, well, this, that, and the third. Well, this, that, and trying to make up. Hey, it says sinful man will come up and find the excuse, roughly paraphrasing.
That's
and that's
right.
right. But that's it.
That's right, man. I'm talking about that's 100% correct, man. The Lord is not accepting what we doing no more. The Lord did that when he took offering, knowing that we weren't gonna change. Think about it. The Lord knew our mind wasn't gonna change from them offerings.
That's right.
Why do you think he said, hey, well, Christ, in Hebrews chapter 10, he said, I know that it didn't wipe their minds at a clean slate, but he let it happen.
Right.
Even right now. That's why the Lord said, hey, I'm not accepting that no more. You got grace. That's the only thing I'm giving you. But you trying to pray a lot. You trying to fast. You trying to, oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You doing all for naught. Why? Because you're not keeping the commandments. You just sitting up there talking. You sitting up there wasting brothers and sisters' time. You sitting up here in the congregation. You may be sad or miserable, but you're not going to show it. You may hate being in the truth, but you're doing it because why? Mom and daddy, husband, wife, they doing it. And the Lord is going to discover these things in his last days, man. Like even what I was saying, man, he said the title, I just talked about that thing about Israel finally striking back to Iran. Iran sent 180 missiles this past month into Israel. Blew that mud to smithereens. I know we've been seeing various videos and all these things. And guess what? Now they finally shooting back. And Biden is 110% behind him. And he said he will be serious consequences to Iran if they keep on with this malicious act, quote unquote. And guess what? We got the next whore coming into office, Kamala Harris. She said, hey, I'm 100% behind them too. Now that we know the Lord said, hey, there's going to be a whore that brings us into that day. Hey, who's to say it be prophetic, man? You know, shout out to the brother, yeah, brother from Sakari, man. That Mighty Unity camp when he brought that thing out. This is how these things are going. This is literally how the times are unfolding. But what are you focused on?
Are you, even like even that I brought out, he said that like you know in Revelations when it's talking about that the whore's gonna be wearing purple and all that. We done seen her wear some purple, man. So you know, hey, the Most High God, he have his way of doing that thing, man.
That's right.
That's it.
Man, I'm telling you, man. I'm talking about all you brothers dropping some great precepts in there, man. Sisters too, if y'all dropping them, man. I see some of them too. That Jeremiah 7 and 16. That's tough. I like that. 2 Thessalonians 3 and 11. It says, for we hear that we are some which walk among you, disorderly, working not at all, but are busybody. I'm talking about, man, that's in the spirit, man. That's a good precept, man. I'm coming to tell you, man, there's a lot of people who do a lot of talking, a lot of walking, but ain't really working for the Lord at all. Make it seem like it. They can lead on a good show, but you ain't working. You working that which is evil, man. And the Lord gonna discover these things. Best believe he will. We can see with even in our own, guess what? In our own congregation, how the Lord has been sifting people out, sifting people in. I mean, you think this is just a joke or a game? Keep playing with the Lord and watch what he'll do. People drop dead all the time. It might have just been somebody down the street, but it'd be your ass tomorrow. It'll be anybody. There's 4 chambers in the heart. At one time, the Lord can make one of them chambers stop. You out of there. I mean, who's to say it's not you? Who's to say it's not me? Who's to say it's not none of these brothers and sisters, man? That's why whenever your number is called, you better make sure that you have a good rapport between you and the Lord. Not between you and your brother or your sister. That's good too. But you want to make sure having that good rapport with the Lord, all those things come with it, man. Brothers and sisters better get right, man, or you're going to get left.
Because even that class that Soldier E. Hood that brought out earlier, that ties right back in. It's like a part 2 of that, man.
That's right.
Talking about slothfulness, man.
That's right. Let's go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 33. Matthew chapter 24.
24, 23.
Nah, 33. Yeah. So to get the whole gist, the whole thing is kind of based off Matthew chapter 24. But to get the whole gist of Matthew chapter 24, it's just basically going into the things that will be coming in the future. Christ is kind of revealing these things in order. There's going to be wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes, fires. All these things are going to be happening. False prophets, false deities. Guess what? All these things are going to be transpiring on the earth. Then he even mentioned about the signs and the wonders. He mentioned about after the tribulation, how the sun and the moon will be darkened, right? So we're going to kind of keep reading on these things, right? So Matthew chapter 24 and verse 33.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 33.
Bring it up.
So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near.
That it is who?
That it is near.
Guess what? When we see all these things transpiring on the earth, know that it is near. Near to what? Near to your salvation if you're being righteous, or near to your destruction if you're being a damn wicked. If you're being a damn wicked, man, because I can't keep saying that N-word, man. Because it ain't just being a nigger. You can be a nigger at your meat. We get that. And niggerness replies to all these things when you're reading Sirach chapter 10, Sirach chapter 12, and all these precepts. But guess what? Just being wicked in general, man. But read,
even at the doors.
Read. Well, hold on, my bad, because I like that part, man. He said it's near. It's at the door. It's right there. And it's in there. It's at the door, man. When you're something at the door, it ain't going to take too long before that door get open, man. It's not too long, God. I know. How long it take you to open your door once you hear it not? A couple seconds, maybe? I know. Look, how long it take y'all to open your door when you hear somebody knock on it? Seconds. Less than a minute, right? Unless you're somewhere maybe in the restroom or something busy. It don't take that long, man. The Lord said that the times are near. They are at the damn door, man. Brothers and sisters got to let that meditate a little bit, man. Read,
Verily, I say unto you, this generation shall not pass.
Read.
Till all these things be fulfilled.
And that's just what it is, man. Read.
Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away.
Read,
But of that day and hour knoweth no man.
Because we don't know that day or that hour when the Lord is going to blow that trumpet and send Yahweh back on this earth. We don't know that time. We know the season. That's just saying like, okay, when is it going to start to get cold? We know it start to get cold in October, November, December, but we don't know the exact day that it's going to drop. That's the same way as Christ is going to come. We're going to know the season because why we read the prophecies. We don't despise prophesying. We don't despise these things. We're keeping the law. We're in order. We see how the world is speeding up. We're not slowing down with the race. We're getting right to it. Because guess when people run cross country, they might start off a little slow and they get a little faster. But once you start seeing that end, you get on them last 2 laps, they put in that gas, man. They kind of kick it in overtime and try to get through it. That's just what it is, right? Read.
No, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only.
Guess what? Only the Most High God knows when he will send his son back. That's just it. Read,
But as the days of Noah were so, shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Because I'm going to tell you, man, we living in the days of Noah. We living exactly in the days of Noah. Because watch, we finna see. Read.
For as in the days that were before the flood,
Read.
they were eating,
Read.
and drinking,
Read.
marrying,
Read.
and giving in marriage.
Because guess what? There's a lot of people that just eating, drinking, chilling, thugging at the house. Oh, I'm out the way. I don't do too much. I just might drink. I might go to the club a little bit. I don't really chill. Yeah, shoot. Or guess what? Person in the truth. Shoot, I come. I break the bread. I keep the Sabbath. I go to the house. I don't really do too much. Right? It says marrying and giving into marriage. This in the days of Noah. So everybody, oh man, I want to prove you to be my wife. Oh man, I want to prove you to be my husband. Let's go love each other. Let's love each other for 1,000 generations. Let's make our kids. We're going to grow up on this beach. We're going to lay this little lake house out. This in the days of Noah. Guess what? Before the flood, everything's normal. This is a carnal man's thinking right here. You just drinking, marrying, having fun, taking this thing lightly, right? Read.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Until that day, man. Until that day. When you see on that big TV, big red, or you hear that bang, you know what I'm talking about? Bang. This is not a game. This is an emergency broadcast, man. Bombs are dropping. Seek shelter quick. Until you see Noah hit them doors, man. Read.
And knew not until the flood came.
And they knew not until when?
Until the flood came.
Because it's brothers and sisters in the truth, they don't know when the flood coming. They don't know when fire and hailstone is going to rain on the great Babylon, America, and on this whole planet. You might be in the truth, but what are you in the truth for? You in the truth to try to find a good groupie to lay up with so that y'all can keep the precept and keep the commandments? What are you in the truth for? To have somebody watch your kids for you? To guess what? To sit up there and just love one another? We're in the truth to keep the truth, to make it to the kingdom of heaven. We can never lose sight of these things, man. Guess what? We show brotherly love. We keep the holy covenants. Guess what? We keep the feast days. We keep all these things. Why? So that we can make it to the kingdom of heaven. Not because I want to go see my brother, man. He going to be big turning up. I know he going to have a bottle. He going to be lit. He going to always in this. No, we making it so we can serve Yahweh while Yahweh Shai, man. Never forget what you're doing these things for. We just finished Tabernacles. What was that for? What did it mean to you? Oh, did it mean we just went to go camp and have a little fun and drink a little bit and sing around the campfire? Have a little kumbaya, kind of read the night in the scriptures? Not taking away from none of these things, but what is the purpose of these things? So that you can be in order to make it to the kingdom of heaven. If the Lord was to come that day, guess what? All those brothers and sisters around that fire was in order. Why? Because we reading, we studying. And at that time, man, we was in the spirit. You got to look at the times that we living in and understand the reasons and the values that people come hard with these classes, man. I know I'm not the only person going to come out with this class. Like I even said, E-Hood. Guess what? More Battle Axes is going to come out with these classes. Guess what? You're going to see WFI coming out with classes like this. You're going to see Sakari coming out with classes like this. You're going to see the prophets come out with classes more like this over and over again. Why? Because we get into it's near. It's at the door. It's at the damn door, man. But read that, 39 again.
Verse 39 from the top. And knew not until the flood came.
But when that flood come, that's when everybody gonna get that revelation. Oh man, I should have been listening to them. Oh man, I should have. Damn, why wasn't I listening to my husband? My husband told me about these times. Damn, my wife was out of order and I didn't get her in order. Damn, my wife was in order and I've been out of order. Come on, man. You ain't gonna know until that door closed. Until them floods come, until the missiles start dropping, then you're going to try to be an Israelite. Then you're going to try to keep the commandments. Then you're going to be like, oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, what you say, Shalom? You grab my arm like this, huh? Yeah, let me do that. It's too late.
Right.
The doors was closed. Noah's already in the ark. It's already been prepared. It's been laid out. The foundation been there. Guess what? Noah, the Lord didn't just snap and built Noah an ark. He had to build it.
Right.
He built that ark. It took days. It took months. It took years. But once that door closed, that was it. You know how many people probably walked by Noah and seen him building that thing?
Same way they walk by us.
Same way they walk by us. Same way they keep doing what they doing. Guess what? They looked at Noah like he was crazy. Ah, look at this nigga. What are he sitting up there doing? Why you got this piece of board cut like this in this certain way, in this certain shape? Look how they look at you now. Why you got them little tangly things on your shirt? How come you don't come to the birthday parties no more? How come you don't come get on the hoes with us no more? How come you don't go hoe no more? What's wrong with you? You tripping. But guess what? All you gonna see is us doing. Building. 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 Until that day come. I'm talking about, man, the Lord is not playing these games, man. When I tell you the Lord is showing you, I'm talking about the Lord is He making good on His word, man. The Lord told us to prove all things. He's going to prove all things in His Bible, man. And it's up to you to have discernment to see these times, man. Go ahead,
I know, hey, me and we some Dragon Ball Z fanatics, man. We always be talking about, like, how Dragon Ball Z lines up with the Bible.
That's right.
At this particular time, this is talking about Bardock. Whenever, hey, he was trying to tell the Saints, hey, Frieza out to kill us, man. But, hey, now one of them wanted to listen. And what was they doing? They was marrying, drinking, had a party and everything.
That's right.
They were laughing at Bardock.
Yeah.
And then what had happened? Hey, they all went out to outer space and they seen that, hey, he wasn't bullshit.
That's
so
right.
Like, excuse my language, but then, hey, the only difference is Noah survived. Bardock wound up dying for his people, man.
That's right.
As well as everybody else, man.
That's right.
He had that little small remnant like Goku, Vegeta, and all them, man. That stayed alive. But, hey, that's us to a T, man.
I'm talking about, man, that's tough, man. Read that 39 from the top.
Verse 39 from the top. And knew not until the flood came.
Read.
And took them all away.
I only took some of them.
And took them all away.
But they had on fringes.
And took them all away.
They might have dressed modest.
And took them all away.
If you're not in that damn ark when the time comes, you're going to get swept away. Point blank, period. It don't matter how long you've been in the truth, how little you've been in the truth. No matter how many precepts you know, how much understanding that you got in the truth. If you're not keeping the commandments, when these doors close, you're not going to be able to do it. The Lord said in Revelation chapter 3, man, He said, I opened the door that no man can shut. But guess what? He also made a door closed, which no man can open. Right now, the doors is open. Pastor love to say that the doors are open. The door is open right now. That straight and narrow path is open to us right now. But what you going to do with it? You kind of sit back and put your hands under your seat and kind of just sit there and twirl and kind of play with your fingers a little bit. What are you going to do? Everybody can do what you're doing right now. Because guess what? If you walk outside, you're going to see a million people doing exactly what you're doing. Nothing. It's a lot of them that's not doing nothing. Got on fringes, but ain't putting in no work, no fruits. That's the same thing as a regular person on the street, an average day Joe. You have to set yourself apart. The Lord said we are set apart people. Then how are we not setting ourselves apart? How are you that holy nation? How are you above all people, but you acting just like them? You say you hate Esau, but you act just like them. Make it make sense, man. We got to catch these things before it's too late, man. Read,
So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
That's right, Read.
Then shall two be in the field.
Read.
The one shall be taken, and the other left.
Guess what, man? You're gonna be working with a brother, and all of a sudden you ain't gonna see that brother no more. Might be building with a sister, you ain't gonna see that sister no more. And like, damn, where they go? They already done ascended. You still in your same estate. You still that same woman that don't listen to her husband. You still that same one that want to freak off on your husband. You that same brother that want to go freak off on your wife. You that same brother that wanted to keep hating this brother. You the same one that want to have envy, strife, and emulations. You the one who loved idolatry. Now you wonder where he gone and why you still in the same position. Why? Because you didn't change. You didn't look at the times. You just stayed on, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. We both in the field, we both in captivity. We never gonna get out of this. Let me just get a house so I can build. No, we all in captivity, but guess what? We trying to get out of it. Them people in the world, they content. Like they said, the tabernacles. We left from Egypt to go to the tabernacles, but everybody wasn't happy to leave Egypt. Everybody wasn't happy to go to the tabernacles and go to the woods and go to the wilderness. Everybody wasn't happy. They didn't serve the Lord, joyfulness and gladness of heart. What you think they're gonna do today? I'm talking about the Lord is giving you a free pass out of Egypt. You better take it, man. Read,
Verse 41. 2 women shall be grinding at the mill.
Read.
The one shall be taken, and the other left.
Read on.
Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doeth come.
That's right, Doc. I'm talking about, man. Read on.
But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched.
So it says if that good man knew when the thief was going to come in his house, he would have watched the door. Guess what? If I know the Lord say, hey, this dude finna break in your house at 3:55 a.m. on Wednesday on the 15th. What you think I'm going to be doing at 3:54 on Wednesday on the 15th? I'm going to be looking for his ass to come in that door. It said a good man going to do that. He going to watch. He going to be like, okay, I'm waiting for his ass, right? Read.
He would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up.
And guess what? That's the same way the Lord told you now. He said these times are coming up. Get prepared. Get your spirit in order. Get your flesh in order because it's finna go down. So what you think you should be doing as an Israelite? Getting into the scriptures, reading, praying, fasting, getting your body in order because the Lord said, hey, it's finna go down. Read.
Verse 44. Therefore, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as ye think not, the Son of Man coming.
And I'm talking about this is literally what the Lord is saying. The same way you preparing for these things, the same way you should be preparing for the Son of Man. Because we know he coming. If you in the truth, you should believe that Yahushua is on his return. If you don't believe it, guess what? You don't have faith. Guess what? We wanted a sign and wonder. Guess what? The signs and wonders are happening now. We pray for these things. Give us a sign and wonder. Show us you're on your way back. Show us that you are the real Christ. Well, Yahweh is showing you these things. He said in Matthew 24, it's going to be wars and rumors of wars. It's going to be pestilences. It's going to be hails. It's going to be famines. What are we seeing right now? The Lord is laying it out on the platter. Are you going to eat? Read, Salaki. What you just read, 44? Come, jump down to verse 46.
Verse 46. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
Because guess what, man? It says, blessed is that man. When the Lord comes, he's going to catch him doing the work. You kind of doing the work. Guess what? You might be, a sister might be putting some fringes on another sister's skirt and Christ is behind you. You like, oh, shoot, my bad. Oh, Lord, I was just trying to finish up this shirt. Come on, sis, we good. Hey, well done, my well and faithful servant. Guess what? You might be sitting there dwelling and meditating on some scriptures. You're just sitting here reading. Might be reading a little Juniac or something. Christ right there behind you. You like, oh, shoot, my bad, Christ. I was just reading. Come on, my well and faithful servant. You can be on the streets teaching, bringing it out, man. Then you see everybody stop and freeze. Yahushua standing right there. Yeah, and this, I'm talking about, man, this is a mighty thing, man. You can't even fathom. Like, if your I'm talking about, I feel it in my spirit, man. You should feel these things in your bones when Yahushua is on his return, man. We getting close to these times, brothers and sisters. And he said, blessed is that man who is ready for these things, man. Nobody's ever going to be truly ready to die, but are you ready to die for the Lord? That's all I always say. I said, hey, I'm not ready to die because I know after that, there's no more works, no more fruits, no more brick to put in. That's just what it is. I'm talking about that's it. But guess what? I'm willing to die for the Lord. If that comes with dying early, dying late, staying in this captivity another 50 years, then so be it. I don't want to die out of my own vain health, being maybe over righteous, being overly wicked. But I'm willing to die for the Lord, man. Read on, verse 47.
Verse 47. Verily I say unto you, that he shall make him ruler over all his goods.
Now you to rule over thousands. Now you rule it over Esau. They are goods now. Why? Because we need them to till our land, get up this grass. We might need a damn Hamite to reach something tall in the tree. Guess what? We might need to just do anything. Moab, come wash my feet. These are our goods now. Guess what? You can have this land. Think of what the Lord just gave you the whole. We know Madagascar, the movie, but think about how that land looked. He just gave you the whole land of Madagascar. I'm talking about here. Yeah, you want the Amazon? You want the Amazonian River? Here. This is what I'm gonna put you over. I'm gonna put you over this. But you gotta be a well done and faithful servant to get these things, man. Read on, all right?
Verse 48. But and if
it says, but and if read
that evil servant. Well, I said servant. Servant. Same thing.
Both.
Servant.
Read.
Shall say in his heart,
read,
my Lord delayed his coming.
And guess what? I'm gonna tell you. A lot of people might not say, man, my Lord taking too long. You know how they show it? by not doing the work, by not reading, by not praying, by not fasting. Because guess what? You know, oh, the Lord ain't gonna come tomorrow because these prophecies still gotta come into play. So I can keep sinning, keep being a whore, keep being a thought, keep being a drug dealer, a killer, a murderer, an idolater. You can keep doing all these things. Why? Oh, because I know the prophecy. The Lord still gotta make this happen. Oh, he ain't gonna come today. I ain't gotta wear my fringes today. I know the Lord ain't coming. That's thus said the Lord. Watch, he gotta make good on his word. You wicked as hell, man. You wicked as hell. Just because you know the Lord ain't coming at that day, you just choose to stay and dwell in wickedness. Now, what if he come see about you? Because guess what? He might not come to rain judgment on the earth, but he can come get your ass.
In thy security.
He can come get your ass, though. We act like the Lord didn't come send angels on the earth to come kill folks, to kill whole nations, to almost kill all these folks, man. We think the Lord is just a joke, man. You think just because the Lord ain't going to send you Howard, he won't send him a Michael or something. Like he ain't just got angels on legions, man. I'm talking about, man, we gotta quit playing, myself included. Because guess what? We can get weak and contempt in the faith and be like, shoot, I know Christ ain't coming today. I'm just not gonna read. Shoot, I know I can kind of lay back a little bit and chill, man. Damn, I got caught looking at this. I'll be all right. I know I can just repent. I know I got X, Y, and Z amount of days. No, because at any given time, the Lord has sent an angel to go do that. And what you gonna do about it? Lord, you made a mistake. No, it ain't. Ain't nothing. It's perfect for the Lord, man, to recompense judgment upon the heathen and upon wicked Israelites, man. But read, all right?
Verse 49, it shall begin to smite his fellow servants.
Read.
And to eat and drink with the drunken.
Because guess what? Now you going and you chilling, you smiting your servants, you eating, you drinking, you drunken. You done let the curse of the world take over you. This is all your whole MO now. Guess what? I'm a little tabernacle so much. I'm finna make a tabernacle every day. I mean, I'm finna go get turned up. I'm finna get drunk. I'm finna do all these things. This is my everyday life. You just choose to remove everything that you should have been doing. The Lord said, hey, drink, eat, and be merry. Hey, this is the feast day. The Lord didn't say drink every damn day. Guess what? That's cool if that's your moderation. But if you're not studying, dwelling on the Lord, then hey, you out of order. But these are the people. These are these evil servants. Read.
The Lord of that servant shall come in a day.
In the who?
In a day.
And the Lord said, it said, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day. Read.
When he looketh not for him.
Guess what? You ain't looking for the Lord in that day that you going off. You not. You sitting up here sleeping and laying up with a sister. You ain't looking for the Lord to come at your door. You might be looking for her baby daddy or her real boyfriend to come there. This is what you might be looking for. Her husband on the way. I need to get going before he come. What about an angel? What about the angel of the Lord coming? You sitting up here trying to get you a husband. You sitting up here trying to prove somebody, trying to do all these things. Okay, what if the angel came first? You're not worried about repercussion from something else. You worried about, oh, damn, what will he say? Oh, will he accept me? Will he take me for who I am? Will I be his lawfully wedded wife and husband? You worried about, dang, I hope I can get 100 precepts down by next month. Damn, can I get all these breakdowns by next Tuesday? But you doing it all in pride and envy and strife. You don't think the Lord gonna come see you about these things, man? I'm talking about, do you not know that the Lord will come see you about whatever you doing, man? The Lord is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he gonna repent, man. He said, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him. Every day you are not looking for the Lord to come back. I'm guilty of that. Guess what? I'm pretty sure I'm guilty of that. Everybody should be guilty of that, because it be times when we be so slack on ourselves that, hey, guess what? We feel like the law is slack. The law has never been slack. We slack the law. Come on, man. They said belt to ass. Guess what? We moved the belt. Guess what? It went from a switch to a belt to your hand and to a no. We slacked the law. The Lord never slacked it for us. The Lord was just lenient. He gave us grace to get out of these certain things, man. But the Lord never changed. But read,
And in an hour that he is not aware of.
He said in a day. He said in the hour. Read.
That he is not aware of.
Because you're not going to know when he's coming for you, man. Yeah, I see you, man, Cushboy 420. You got to change that name, man, if you're for real about these things, man. But in the link, we got all our captain's number. The link is in the description, man. Check out our YouTubes. Check out all our videos, our classroom settings out there on the streets. Just check us out, man. Guess what? If this camp don't bear witness, guess what? Find a camp that does bear witness with your spirit, man. But come to keep the commandments, right? But read verse 51.
Verse 51.
So when he pull up on you, when the Lord sent one of these angels to pull up on you, come see what you talking about. Read.
And shall cut him asunder.
Read that again.
And shall cut him asunder.
And when the Lord cut you off, whether it be physically or spiritually, read.
And appoint him his portion with the hypocrites.
With the who?
With the hypocrites.
Because guess what? You're going to get your point appointed with the hypocrites. You sitting up there talking about, hey, Kwame, I sure all of this, but guess what? You acting like a damn Edomite. You acting worse than a damn pastor. Why? Because you know the truth. And you choosing to go off. Guess what you talking about? Hey, yeah, these hoes and thoughts gotta go. Nigga, that's your portion with them hoes and thoughts. You talking about to damn what? To hell with Esau. No, your hell is with Esau. Yeah, I ain't, well, Moab, watch. You gonna be washing my feet. No, you gonna be washing your own damn feet. I'm talking about, man, you coming into this truth. If you don't understand that you can be in the same lot as them, you out your damn mind. I'm talking about that should strike fear in brothers and sisters daily. We know how bad Esau and all the heathen, everybody want to kind of get some of, oh, let me just whoop 2 of them, 3 of them. I got one Edomite in my head. I got one little stink-ass Hamite, one of these damn Elamites. Let me just get one of them. Now, what if the angel's sitting there scratching to come get your ass like that, man? Let me just get this brother. This brother been going to hell off. Please, Lord, let me just go kill him for you. Because he disrespecting your name. He going against you. He not keeping the law. Let me kill him. You don't think that's what they doing? What you think Satan's job is? I'm talking about the Lord create evil and he create good. He kill, he make alive. What you think he doing every day? You think he's sitting on his hands? He making the world speed up like this.
What the angels say, hey, let me be a lion spirit.
Come on,
like
man.
that, man.
The Lord ain't playing these things, man. The Lord is not playing. He said he's going to cut you asunder and give your portion with the hypocrites, right? Read.
There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
And that's thus said the Lord, man. That's not coming from me, right? Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 5, man. Like I said, man, I could have stayed in that the whole class. It's a great read, Matthew chapter 24 and Luke chapter 14. Is that Luke chapter 14 too? I want to say it is. Make sure, man. I don't ever want to tell brothers and sisters wrong. Well, Luke chapter 14. You can do Luke chapter 21. All these are good reads into like future prophecies, man. Want to say Luke 14? Let me see. Luke 21, 14. Salakia. Read Luke chapter 21. Get a little bit more on it. All these, man, just read the Bible. Shoot, read it all. You're going to get it a little somewhere everywhere, right? Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 11. Read it out.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 11.
Bring it up.
But now I have written unto you not to keep company. If any man that is called a brother.
Called a who?
Called a brother.
That is called your brother. That is called your sister. That is called your wife. That is called your husband. That is called anything that's related to you. Read.
Be a fornicator.
Be a who?
Be a fornicator.
If I know my brother or sister's a damn fornicator, I'm not going to be around them. So if you see me moving funny and acting different, guess what? Why? Because I know your ass in sin. What I want to be around you for? I know you got that damn wicked ass spirit on you. Why I want to be around you? I'm going to correct you. And after that, hey, I'm moving around. Because that's when judgment of the Lord comes forth, man. Read.
Or covetous.
Or covetous. You just have to have it. Man, this brother got all the precepts. I just got to have it. I want this nigga to fall so that I can get in there, so the Lord can exalt me. Make him fall and exalt me. Make her fall and give me that increase. Make him cheat on her husband so that I can have her husband. Oh, man, I can't. I really hope my husband leave me because it's this one brother I've been looking at. Oh, it's a sister, man, I've been looking at bad. I hope my wife let me have 2 wives. If you covetous that much, I can't have company with you, man. If that's all you talking about, that's all you dwelling with, babe. Hey, when you see me not being around you, hey, just take the hint. Take the clue. Know you're not your own self. Guess what? Judge yourself. Look at the things of what you're doing. Read.
Or an idolatry.
Read on.
Or a railer.
Read.
Or a drunkard.
Read on.
Or an extortioner.
Read.
With such in one, no, not to eat.
Guess what? I ain't eating with you. I ain't dwelling with you. I ain't dining with you, man. Like Yara class used to be, hey, we don't dine with the swine, man. We don't dine with swine. If you ain't sin, guess what? That's like pig. It is what it is, right? Hey, unclean, man. I can't dine with you. I can't deal with you. It's all love. But guess what? I don't want to fall into that same thing. I'm going to give you the correction. And I'm going to give you your space. See, if you give the Lord give you space to repent, hey, I'm going to give you space to correct yourself, man. It's just what it is. Let's go to, I wasn't going to get it. Let's get 1 John. I'm just going to read through that. I kind of already touched on that thing. 1 John 2:15, a classic precept. But it hold a lot of weight once you see what we living in, man.
It's the book of 1 John, chapter 2, and verse 15.
Bring it up.
Love not the world.
Read.
Neither the things that are in the world.
The Lord made it plain. He said, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. Read.
If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
So guess what? If you love the world more than anything else, guess what? The Yahweh in Yahweh Shai is not in you. You're not in the spirit. You're not in the truth. I don't care how much you know, how much you're doing. If you are in this world, you are not with the Lord. That's what he's saying, James. What's that, chapter 2? Or James chapter 4, in verse 4. Guess what? That's enmity with God, man. Read.
For all that is in the world.
What is it, Doc?
The lust of the flesh.
Read.
And the lust of the eyes.
Read.
And the pride of life.
Read.
Is not of the Father.
All these things are not of the Father. If you just got a lustful eye for something, you're not in this truth. If you got pride on you, you're not in this truth. Guess what? I'm not saying in this truth with the camp that you're dwelling with, the congregation you may be dealing with. Guess what? The way that you get up every day. The Lord is not dealing with you if you are doing and dwelling in these things, man. Like I seen somebody pull Genesis 4:7. If you do well, the Lord is dealing with you. But if not, sin lies at the door. And to him, Satan gonna have your dominion. So if you're not in the truth, you're dwelling with Satan. He can toss you every way he can go. And we know the Lord, hey, the Lord gave Satan a lot of things and a lot of methods to put people in a delusion, man. Read, Doc.
But it's of the world.
It's of the world, man. Everything that you may think that's so good and holy and righteous is of the world. Like we always make that example. Cutting Granny or Pastor wife Shirley grass on a Saturday, you think that's just the best thing to do. She old, she kind of can't get up, she can't move. So you gonna go cut her grass Saturday morning. You going off. Why? Because it's a Sabbath day. Whether brothers and sisters agree with it or not. I mean, it is what it is, right? Whatever your doctrine is, whatever case you stand on, that's what we stand on, right? And we judge 5:11 that thing, that righteous rehearsal. So it's at Battle Axes, we keep the 7-day Sabbath on Friday night to Saturday night. That's right. So when we make that example, that's the point we're saying to that. But read, all right?
And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof.
Because guess what? When this world passes away and the lust thereof, all these things pass away. Just because that blunt is going to pass away. Guess what? That woman that you so earnestly desiring over whoever it may be, she's going to pass away. Them clubs going to pass away. That money is going to pass away. Them drugs is going to pass away. Them cars that you think is so fine, so clean, so fresh and so clean, they gone. Whatever you think that you of this world is going to pass away. Read.
But he that doeth the will of God,
read,
abideth forever.
And these are the things, man. If you do the will of the Most High God, best believe you'll abide forever. In the wilderness, think about it. He didn't make their shoes to rot, their clothes to get dinged up. Guess when they always had food. But the people outside of that can't speak for everybody. Can't. Guess what? Some of them died, fell by the wayside. The Lord killed a whole generation of folks. And then made sure all them people that came after them, their clothes didn't wither, didn't faint, didn't deteriorate. That's what the will of the Lord does, man. But watch this, man.
Even like on the aspect of like how the Most High God did that for them.
That's right.
He do that for us.
That's
on the
right.
smaller scale.
That's
hey,
right.
Every time we be like, man, we ain't got no food in the house. It be something in the cabinet somewhere, man. Or like a brother may send you some money so you can get something to eat, man.
Guess what? It's new moon.
Hey.
Ain't none in your house and it's a damn new moon. All praise to the Lord. I ain't got nothing in the kitchen. I guess what? I'm going to make me a plate. I'm going to eat. Once the captains or whoever say we can have extras, I'm going to take some home. Now, I got food for the week now.
Hey.
Leave me as long as I can make it to the Sabbath. Now you get another meal, right?
Man, the Most High God, he cover all bases, man.
The Lord, I'm talking about, man. That's why the Lord give us a building. That's why arms are so important. So when brothers and sisters fall on hard times, we have the substance in order to give, man. That's what it's all about. Some people always say, well, Hebrew Israelites don't give to the community. They don't do this. They just talk and teach and they just put us down. What you think we doing to ourselves? We building up a community here, a righteous community, not just a community. The black community been around for a long time. What progress has it made? I done seen the Hebrew community grow and prosper. Went from one little small building to a bigger building. Pretty soon, we keep growing our community. We're getting a damn bigger building. I mean, this is just carnal things that you can think about. But think about the spirits that's growing in here, man. Think about people who are praying and repenting and coming back to their God. Look at the communities that we are building today, man. It ain't just a physical thing. If that was the case, hey, the Lord would let the scribes and Pharisees make it. If it was just a physical, carnal thing, they had big fringes, sitting in big seats. All of these things, man. Come on, man.
Because you do have camps out there that they actually do go out to the community
That's
and do
right.
exactly that, man. But they still teaching the
That's
word.
the point, bro. That's the midst of it.
Hey, they still teaching the word of God. Then you have some camps that go to apartment complexes, man, and do like them Jehovah wickedness people do, man. So, you know, it's not like we ain't doing nothing, but it's just not to your liking, man.
And damn Jehovah Witness doing. We going to the highways and byways of the cheap places of concourse. They got that from us.
Yep.
Shoot, I ain't giving no more heathen no more credit at all. We started it, we originated it. It is what it, unless it's just all big and bad and sin, then that was them. Right. We just made it worse. But let's get Hebrews chapter 12, verse 1. I can't even do that no more. I ain't giving them no more. They done took out our Bible long enough. I ain't giving them credit for nothing. The Lord gave us that. Go ahead, all right. Yeah, 12 and 1.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, and verse 1.
Read.
Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses.
Read.
Let us lay aside every weight.
And think about it, that cloud of witnesses, man. That's brothers and sisters you've read in the Bible that done went off or that kept the commandments. People who kind of got faint or people who grew strong in the faith. All these cloud of witnesses is for our example, right? Read.
And the sin which doeth so easily beset us.
So they said, let us lay aside every weight and the sin that doeth so easily beset us. We let one little bump in the road take away your whole route. Guess what? You let one water bill take over your whole study habit. Guess what? Last time I checked, you don't need water to read your book. Shit, you got light. You don't need no light in the house. Guess what? Read during the day. The Lord gave us 12 hours a daytime to read. You might not need to read at nighttime. Your eyes bad anyway. Go to sleep. Get ready to go back to Esau work or something.
This is your water, right?
This is your damn water, right? I mean, hey, last time I checked, man, hey, unless you was somebody like Tobit where he was blind for a little bit, have somebody read to you. And if your ears don't work, that's why they make Braille. The Lord always make avenues for you to be able to continue to study to show yourself approved. That way when this sin comes upon us, we able to combat those spirits. We able to say, hey, depart thee hence, Satan. Let me get on the right track. Let me not fall. And let me not fall to the left or to the right. That fire and that water, right? Let me stay on that straight and narrow path, right? Read.
And let us run with patience the race that is set before us.
And it said, let us run with patience unto the race that is set before us. We have to, this is a patient run, brothers and sisters. Like I said, the world is speeding up, but guess what? The Lord is still patient with this thing. Like the Lord ain't made it spread all the way to where you see Russia and Germany, and you seeing all these big countries over there getting into it hard and heavy. All you see is Israel and Iran right now. But you see all them big countries around them, like America and all them ramping up to do it. You gotta have patience with these things. Think about it. Russia and Ukraine have been fighting for what, 2 years now? And when we thought when it first started, oh, that's the end. This the end is from the end in 2 months and we out of here. It's been 2 years already. Brother and sister have to be patient, man. Guess what? If you fall in the waving for the faith, have patience that you're gonna get back on track, man. But if you're not choosing to, well, then guess what? You know what's coming after these things. Know your judgment, right? But it said, run the race that is before us. Let's go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. It's a quick precept, man. Because now it's just about, hey, enduring to the end. About endurance. Keep going. It's not going to stop. It says, what are your suggestions if I don't have a congregation in my area to keep the holy convocation required by the law? Guess what? Keep it to the best of your ability. Guess what? Let's say you are in Atlanta or you somewhere else, and let's say you dwelling with Battle Axes of the Most High. Guess what? The Lord knows that there's not a camp over there. We don't have one out there as of yet. Guess what? Then, hey, if you have a family, guess what? You keep the laws with your family. The Lord know that we're doing the best in our captivity. That's why I mentioned Judges 5 and 11. We are keeping a righteous rehearsal. We rehearsing these things. So just think about it of you keeping the law and you trying to do it to the best of your ability and then saying, well, I'm not by a congregation, so I'm not going to keep it at all. It's just about having discernment about what to do and what not to do, right? But if you do have one by you, then hey, that's what you would be doing, right? But Matthew 24 and 13, I hope that answers your question.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 13.
Bring it up.
But he that endures unto the end,
But he that shall endure until the end, you good, read.
and he that shall endure unto the end,
Read.
the same shall be saved.
Because guess what? We at the Hezekiah song, we almost at the end. The Lord said, hey, all these things are going to surely come to pass, but the end is not yet. We know it hasn't happened yet. The end is not here yet. We at the door. It's knocking, but it's not there yet. You got to endure all the way until Noah closed that door, until Christ seals up that 144 and that 1/3. We have to keep going, brothers and sisters. Don't slow down. Don't get weak. Don't get faint. Keep magnifying the ministry, man, until Yahweh Shah makes his return, man. Go ahead. You got something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What you want? That Proverbs 24 and 10. Because you can also precept that with that, man. But hey, that pack of punch. You hit everybody in their spiritual gut, man.
Man, gut punch. Nah, I'm just funny.
Go ahead,
Con, the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 10. If thou faint in the day of adversity.
So if you faint in the Jacob's troubles, man, or like even right now, if you faint in these trials and tribulations, if you can't pay your rent, can't pay your water bill like I was talking about, go ahead.
Thy strength is small.
Like what?
Thy strength is small.
So we know that Christ is our strength, man. But
That's
if you ain't got him being your strength, then hey, your strength is small, man.
That's right.
So in other words, Most High God is calling you weak, man.
That's right.
Hey, that's why he put his son right here. And you know, most importantly, Proverbs 24 and 10. But most importantly, that's why he put himself and his son that, you know, to help us, man.
That's right.
Hey, because hey, in any instance, man, we always gotta lean on him, man. He the rock, he the cornerstone.
That's
and
right.
All these different type of things, man. So lean on him.
That's
lean
right.
on that foundation.
That's
So
right.
Go ahead,
Jonathan Lee said, I thought the end meant till you die. That is till you die, but guess what? Some of us are going to survive through some of those bombs and those missiles. We're going to literally see these chariots coming. But guess what? A lot of our people have died. We have Israelites that have passed away in the truth. That's why he's reading, what's that, Sirach chapter 4, verse 26. He says, strive unto the truth, unto death. These both mean the same thing, but guess what? Until the end, guess what? It can be to the end of your life, or guess what? Until the end of America. Because a lot of us may see the end of Babylon, the end of this world. We might see it. Now, we have some prophets who say, hey, don't let me see that day, but raise me afterwards.
Right.
But guess what? This is what it means. But let's get 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. Almost out of here, brothers and sisters. Want to hold y'all up too much. Let's get a little couple steps with the Lord, man. Just a couple steps, man. Go ahead, man. 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5 and verse 1.
Read.
But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
Because guess what? Brothers and sisters that's in the spirit, he ain't writing this for you. Why? Because you already know the season, you know the times, you know what's going on, right? Read.
For yourselves know perfectly.
Perfectly. He didn't say you almost know. He said you know perfectly what's finna happen. Why? Because the Lord said it. This is how it's gonna happen. Read.
That the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
It said the Lord is gonna come as a thief in the night, man. It says is only America getting destroyed according to prophecy. Hell no. Babylon, aka America, is gonna get it because of all the atrocities they have, but not just them. Because you're gonna have everybody that's in our homeland. You got everybody that's surrounding that place. Guess what? We're gonna have Gog and Magog. We're gonna have them Russians serving us. Everybody's gonna have to go into servitude. The Hamites, the Japhites, all these people are gonna have to serve us, man. Elam. So he's gonna go and kill all these people. Everybody gotta get it. That's right, man. Come on, man.
Hey, because that's even on the aspect of look how the Most High God did us. It wasn't all of us that went out, but just because you had that major remnant of them that was going out, we all had to get it.
That's right.
So that's the same way with the heathen.
That's right.
It's because you had some of them that quote unquote ain't do it, but we know in the regeneration, hey, that's a subject for another time.
That's right.
Hey, they still living off those off what their forefathers did, so therefore they got to get it too, man.
That's right.
Everybody.
Because watch this. I'm going to read this real quick. Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 1. Then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth. So guess what? Even though they had Moses, they had Samuel. Hey, I still can't. I couldn't send them. It don't matter just one person. Like I was even saying, everybody got to get it. Guess what? Some people love to say, well, this white boy, he didn't do nothing to me. He was my friend and my brother. They all got to get it. Well, this Elamite, he helped me fix my AT&T account. He said, thank you, come again. And I was real happy. He got to get it too. Guess what? Moab want to love me long time and gave me good massage. She got to get it too. Everybody got to get it, man. If you're a heathen, prepare for your judgment, man. And if you're a wicked Israelite, prepare for your judgment, man. And if you're a righteous Israelite, prepare for your salvation, man. It says, brother, how can you speak on love and you hate the white man? Because my Lord does it. What it say? What's that old song? Because the Bible tells me so. The Bible tells me to. And that's what I do. I follow thus said the Lord, and that's what the Lord wants me to do. So, hey, you got a problem with it, take it up with my God, man.
Because even in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, it said a time to love and a time to hate.
That's right,
so,
man.
Hey, you don't get no simple. Y'all always read, I noticed y'all always read that in Christianity, man. A time to love and a time to hate, but it always went over your head, man.
That's right.
But hey, Most High God love who he love, man.
That's right, man. Let's go back to that 1 Thessalonians, though. Read verse 3.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 3.
Read.
For when they shall say peace and safety.
Because a lot of Christian pastors and a lot of people that's telling lies contrary to what we telling you, still saying peace and safety. I've seen a lot of news articles of scientists saying, oh, the world will be clear from all oil and coal and all this carbon dioxide by the year 2080. We're going to be on the moon on a whole nother planet by 2060. That's peace. If it ain't peace, I don't know what it is. Peace and safety. Oh, you'll be okay. We're going to get this in order. We're going to put Kamala Harris in office. She's going to get everything in order for the immigrants. She's going to love them. She's going to treat them right. Read.
Then sudden destruction.
Then who?
Then sudden destruction.
Sudden destruction, man. You're going to see her getting inaugurated and see a damn nuke fall on her face, man. And I hope she got her mouth open wide enough to take it, man. No diddy. I'm talking about, man, I hope it's so, man. Come on, man. Read.
Cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child.
Read.
And they shall not escape.
Nobody is going to escape this thing, man. Nobody. Come on. If the Lord said nobody, y'all want Keith Sweat to say it or something. Nobody. That's what they want or something.
Hey, Bone Thug said, hey, tell me what you going to do when ain't nowhere to run.
That's right.
Come for you.
That's right. And there ain't no place to run. Or just no place to hide. Come on, man. Read on, now.
Verse 4. But ye, brethren,
Read.
are not in darkness.
But we not in darkness, brothers and sisters. We not in darkness. We got that veil taken off a long time ago. Some brothers months, days. Some other brothers and sisters years. We've got that veil taken off. We not in darkness no more. We can see the light through these things. We can see darkness on other people now. We can see these things. Read.
That day should overtake you as a thief.
Guess what? That day can't overtake us as a thief. Why? Because we know it's going to happen. We are that good servant now.
You got two that's.
So like, what you say?
You got two that's in yours?
Yeah, that day. Yeah. Think about it. When we read in Matthew chapter 24, it said if that good servant is going to know the time when that thief come, he's going to be sitting there waiting. That's how we not in darkness no more, man. It says so that we'll know that time, right? Read.
Ye are all the children of light.
Read.
And the light of the day. We are not of the night.
The children of the day.
Ye are all the children of light. And the children of the day.
Read.
Ye are not of the night. Nor of darkness.
The Lord said it plain, man. We not the children of the night. We not the children of darkness. We the children of the light, man. That's sit on top of a bushel. That's sit on top of a high hill. That can nobody put out nor quench, man. We can't quench this spirit and quench this light that the Lord has given us. And if we do that, guess what? We make the heathens proud. They're like, yes, I knew he was going to fall out. We make our family proud. He didn't count the cost. We got to keep going, man. The best thing that we can do to prove them all wrong is to continue to keep the commandments. The Lord said, prove all things. Well, let's prove all things, man. Read.
Therefore, let us not sleep.
Don't sleep, man. Don't fall back. Read.
As do others.
As do others, because some people do sleep. Some people worry about more debates than about giving out salvation. Some people more worried about, oh, this doctrine is wrong. Well, then guess what? Tell somebody to keep the law, statute, commandments. You dwelling and dabbling on this other thing. Well, what about keeping the commandments? That hasn't changed. There might be some difference in doctrines, but the law still should be there. Guess what? You dwelling and dipping and dabbling on what this day is, what that day is, what you should be doing here on this, and whatever the case may be. But guess what? The Lord said ain't no whores, ain't no sodomites. Why you ain't teaching this? Why we not teaching the law, man? Let's get back to the milk of these things, man. Because sometimes brothers go so deep and go so far, you lose track of the whole mission of the battle. Read.
But let us watch and be sober.
The Lord said, let us watch and be sober, man. That's the point of the matter. That's the whole duty, right? Let's get Philippians chapter 3. Last 2 precepts, man. Then the law. Philippians 3 and 13. I feel like we've been pulling that Philippians a little bit hard lately. There it is.
This is the book of Philippians chapter 3 verse 13.
Bring it up.
Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind.
Guess what? It's a lot of things that we need to put behind us, man. All that sin, all that iniquity, that old man, that old woman, put it behind you, man. Once you come into something new, you need to put that old stuff behind you. Come on, man. You don't use the restroom and turn around and try to scoop it up and take it with you. You don't poop on the floor and then try to pick up the poop and take it. Oh, I'm gonna take it to the house and put it in that toilet. You don't do that, man. Once you flush it down the toilet, it's gone. I bet you ain't sitting there meditating on it like, damn, I wish I could get it back. I might go swim in the sewer and go get it. No, you might talk about it like, boy, that mud went down, boy. But you ain't looking to get it back. I mean, let's be for real, man. The Lord said cast off sin as like a menstrual cloth, man. We know what a menstrual cloth is. Put away that idolatry just around the same. I know a sister can attest for this. They not finna be on their cycle, be on their system, and they see that blood and them spots and that stench, that smell, that discharge, and turn around and be like, I'm gonna bring this with me. I'm gonna bring this to Sabbath class. They gonna love this. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna let it go. That's the same way you need to do sin, iniquity, that old man, that old woman. You got hatred and envy in your heart, put it behind you. Guess what? You just got married. Okay, put that old stuff behind you. Y'all are new people now. Do the right thing for the Lord for once. Put away that old stuff. Put away SIBO. Put away the cross. Put away Mother Mary. Put away all these things. We talking about as far as idolatry's sake. We're not saying literally. We know Mother Mary wrote a good work, but people idolize her, man. But we got to put these things behind us, right? Read.
And reaching forth unto those things which are before.
Right, we reaching to the things that are before us, man. The kingdom. Read.
I press towards the mark.
We do what?
I press towards the mark.
And I had just said that before the class started, man. He said, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to press towards the mark. Whenever things get hard, guess what? Best believe, know where your mark is. Because it might be weather and it might be storming. But guess what? If you know where your mark is, you know which way to go. Read.
For the prize of the high calling of God is Christ Yahushua.
That's right, man. Let's get Revelation 21 and 8. I don't even got that, but I don't know why. I know what it say.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21.
Oh, I got it.
In verse 8.
Bring it out.
But the fearful and unbelieving,
Read.
And the abominable,
Read.
And murderers,
Read.
And whoremongers, And sorcerers,
Read.
And idolaters, and all liars.
So guess what? All you freaks, creeps, you damn. I was gonna say, all you damn freaks and geeks and want to lay up in the sheets, and all y'all want to go off and serve other gods. All of y'all, all you people that love to lie to one another, steal, hate, be covetous. What they gonna have? Read.
Shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone.
And which death is this?
Which is the second death.
I'm talking about that's plain as day, man. So if you choosing to lay back and have your hands on these things, guess what the Lord is going to, the Lord is going to reveal these things. He's going to show you what that second death is, man. Come on, man. I'm talking about that's just what it is, man. Let me see what he's trying to say. I wasn't even looking. And he said, I've seen a lot of truth and it's a bunch of BS. Let me see. My brother, every man, no matter what color you are. Well, we don't do color. We do nationality. It's through bloodlines. So that's where you off. That's another one. Let's see. I've seen a lot of a bunch of BS. Same thing. Man, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of them people, guess what? If they keep scoffing, all praise to the Most High. If they don't scoff, all praise to the Most High. Either way go, you are fulfilling the prophecy. Whether you a 2/3 or whether you a scoffer, you still helping the cause. You still showing us what signs and seasons we in, man. Look at this last precept.
If it don't bear witness with your spirit, just leave out the section.
I mean, it ain't that hard, man. It ain't that hard, man. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 3 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Like the Lord been saying, it's a patience. It's a run. It's a marathon, man. It's not a sprint. Read.
I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
And what's that hour of temptation? When the Son of Man's coming. He's going to keep you from that hour. He's going to know, hey, this is the hour. I'm going to keep you from it. Read.
Which shall come upon all the world.
Upon who?
Upon all the world.
And that answered your question. You say, hey, is it just America or is it all the world? All the world. When that hour of temptation cometh, when people are either weak and falling faint in this truth, that hour of temptation, when, hey, even what he say in Matthew 24, even for the elect's sake, them days should be shortened unless they'll fall out, right? Roughly paraphrasing. When he keeps us from that hour and send the Son of Man on that very next hour, read.
To try them.
To try who?
To try them.
These things that we're going through, brothers and sisters, to try us, man. Read.
That dwelled upon the earth.
That who?
That dwelled upon the
That's
earth.
everybody, man. Lottie-dottie, everybody. I'm talking about this plain as day, man. Plain as damn day. Read, verse 11.
Verse 11. Behold, I come quick.
The Lord is on his way in a very fast manner, man. Nuclear missiles gonna hit this whole place, but it's gonna definitely hit Babylon, man. Think about it, it's gonna be an all-out war. Nukes are gonna be hitting everywhere. Bombs are gonna be hitting everywhere. America's gonna get wiped off the face of the planet, man. These are all the things that we should go. But I'm gonna tell you this. Who asking these questions? Jonathan Lee, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, if you don't, I know I see you in the chat a lot, man, but I say, man, focus on the smaller things right now. Focus on preparing for that time. Because if you know exactly where and when, you can try to prepare yourself for it. Be like, okay, well, it hits on the 22nd. I'm going to start keeping commandments on the 21st. Make this an everyday thing. I know you just might be curious and have questions, and that's what we're here to answer them for. I'm not saying don't ask these questions. I'm not saying not to be curious. But make sure that you're still dwelling and meditating on the meat, too. But read that 11 again.
Verse 11 from the top. Behold, I come quick.
Guess what? The world is speeding up. The Lord is on his way. Read.
Hold that fast which thou hast.
Guess what? Hold fast to the doctrine you've been learning, man. Whether it be Battle Axe doctrine, whether it be Sakari, WFI, it's all the Lord. Make sure that you're keeping the law, statutes, commandments. Read.
That no man take thy crown.
We don't need nobody to take your crown in these last days, brothers and sisters. This is a race. It's still a race. So if I pass you up, I would take your crown and keep going. But if you keep running and they keep running, all of us keep running, we all gonna get participation awards. Why? Because we all made it to the end. We all made it to the end, man. But the people who don't make it to the end, when that buzzer go off, that end, guess what? You get your part in that portion that burns with lake and fire. Brimstone, the lake of fire, that second death. The portion with the hypocrites, man. The world is speeding up, but are you slowing down? That's a question you gotta ask yourself, man. And with that, man, we're gonna say shalom. Shalom to brothers and sisters that tuned in, man. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Help us push this truth across the four corners of the earth. Dang, Abraham, I thought I had said milk, man. If I didn't, Salaki. Oh, meat, Salaki. All praises that y'all caught that, man. I showed. Y'all know what I meant to say. I appreciate it, brothers. I appreciate it. I really do. He said, y'all got a lot of questions. I have to get that link next time. And I'm going to tell you, man, Jonathan Lee, man, Captain Benaniyah, he does a Q&A every Sunday, and he's open to all the brothers and sisters joining in, clicking the link, asking questions, various questions, whether it be on the live or whether it be in the chat. So just, hey, come out, check us out. Like I said, just watch some of the videos. If you got certain questions, guess what? We'll look at some of our videos. We have some of those answers on there. These are some of the things that we have, you know, for our people, right? But like I said, all praise to the Most High for this class. Thank you, brothers and sisters that tuned in, man. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. Help us push this truth across the four corners of the earth. The water brothers and sisters that give to the GoFundMe, to the Cash App, that money is being greatly used for the edification of a kingdom. Guess what? To keep the lights on, to keep the water on, keep the power going, and keep brothers and sisters fed, man, on these various feasts. These are how we need to do these things, right? He says, what time on Sunday? I usually kind of varies with it. He may start at 4 o'clock, but the latest I know he'll probably try to go is by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at the latest. So just between that time interval, man, just kind of check the Battle Axe page.
Yeah, if you already subscribe, it should pop up in your notification.
That's right. Hit the notification bell, man. So, but at the end, man, we always say, oh, Salaki. And thank you, brothers and sisters. I give the spiritual alms, man. Righteous praying, righteous fasting, not only for themselves, but for the nation, man. We got anything coming up? Oh, we got a new moon. Is that next week?
Yeah.
Next week on the what?
Like
The first?
Thursday.
Yeah, next week. So on the 1st, man, we got a new moon coming up. I'm trying to see what day is that. It's on the 1st. I know, I remember that at least.
Like Thursday.
It's like a Thursday evening. Yeah, it's a Thursday evening, going to Friday evening. So we're gonna be having a double Sabbath. So, brothers and sisters, y'all, we'll have more information as we get a little closer to it. But at the end, man, we always finish with a law, statute, or commandment. Today we're gonna read a law, Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 17. All praise to the Most High, Mac. That's right, that's right.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, and verse 17.
Read.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
Read that again, Doc.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
The Lord said it's not going to be no whores of the daughters of Israel. So if you're choosing to go out your way to be a whore, guess what? Hey, the Lord is going to cast you out from being an Israelite, man.
Right.
Read.
Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Guess what? It's not going to be no weak, effeminate men in the nation of Israel, man. The Lord will sift you out, and he's good about it. You think a dog, bloodhound, got a good nose? Guess what? Best believe the Lord got 10 times, 1,000 times of a nose than that dog, man. The Lord will find and sift you out. Quit being a damn whore and quit being weak, man. Thus said the Lord, man. And with that, man, we're going to say Shabbat Shalom.